Hi everyone, it's been a minute, but I just wanted to hop on here and show you a few more books that I do have. Bear with me because I've moved a lot of my books around to make room for more books, and I can't remember exactly what all books I've already shown you guys. But we'll start with this one. It's called The World in Your Garden, National Geographic Society. And this book has 231 pages. Has a pretty cover you could use for junk journaling. I bought this at a thrift store for around $5. So I believe the vegetables and stuff and fruit are more towards the back. Some of the pages are not like double-sided with images, so you could use them. But I noticed like this one right here, it's double-sided, so you kind of have to pick. But it is a pretty book. I thought, for $5, why not? And I don't think I have a lot of books that have like vegetables and fruit like that. And you get some black and white pictures, but I mean it's mainly, and then here's your flowers. The height of this book is 10 by 3/16 of an inch, 7 and 1/16 of an inch, and the width is 3/4 of an inch. And these are just really pretty pages. These are semi-glossy. And then you get a few of these in them. And I think I actually have a book that has these specific pages in it, and that's all that it is. And then you get some realistic pictures. I myself don't really care for the realistic pictures like these with the flowers and the plants. I like more of like the, sorry, didn't know that. I didn't know that was there. I like these. Like, I don't know, more of those drawings. It's not a super thick book or anything. So then we have a Nature Company Guide, Natural Gardening. This has 288 pages, and this looks just like the paper cover. I believe I saw this one on YouTube and I really liked it, so I did get it. I liked how they have the realistic flower, or a picture of the flower, and then maybe what animal or drawing of the flower. I don't know, I just really like the drawings better. I don't really care for, I would still use it, but I like this stuff better. So they kind of tell you what animals or bugs might habitat those specific trees, like a white oak. You're gonna have a gray squirrel, most likely. So, and obviously they're double-sided, so you're gonna have to pick and choose which side of the book you like, or picture, if you want to use it in your junk journal, if you're gonna cut it up. But you could always take this out and fold it a certain way so you can use both sides in your journals. But on every page they have the plant or the flower up here, and then they have some type of drawing down below. This book is, the height of it is 11 and 3/16 of an inch. The width is 1 and 3/8 of an inch. And it's 6 and 3/4 of an inch. And then I don't care for the reptiles. You know, I like the bees, but like the spiders and the snakes, like, no. No, thank you. I'll give those away or just throw them out, more or less. This is a decently sized, thick book. This right here is the same book. So I might have already shown this Reader's Digest book of birds in my birds video. And I'm probably gonna have to make another one because I just keep finding a whole bunch of bird books, or I might just stop separating them that way and just show you the books. But these are all the same book. Obviously the owl cover is my favorite, but these are all the same book. I bought this one at a thrift store, or a secondhand bookstore. Let's see, $2.62. And this one right here is just a little bit of a smaller version. See, it's the same. I just wanted you to know that. And these are double-sided. It's really pretty. And these are the birds of North America. And like I said, this one is, it's the same thing, but you can tell just by putting it up here that it's much smaller. It's a lot more glossier. And this is the one that I bought first. And then I just recently found these other two. Okay. Mammals in North America. I've been seeing some YouTube videos of women using the big pages of like mammals and stuff like that to make like pockets and things like that, or at least big pages that have pictures like this. And I mean, I just thought it was cool. And I'm not a big mammal lover, like, with what's in here. So I just thought maybe this would be cool to slide in a page every once in a while in a junk journal. You know, I don't really want to make a pocket out of skunks or anything, but, you know, to each their own. And it kind of breaks up, like, what parts of the woods or the, you know, wilderness would you find these kind of animals. I thought some of them were cute and pretty, like the deer. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's see how many pages. 360 pages. And I bought that at a secondhand bookstore too. Which secondhand bookstores, if you haven't looked into those are a good place to go to get some cheap books for junk journaling. This right here, this is another bird book, but I just got this and I had to share this one. This is John James Audubon. You've seen some of these plates before. This is a pretty big book, okay? And what's awesome about this one was published in 1946. And then the author himself published this, but this book itself was not published in this time, but he published these prints in 1827 to 1830. There's 435 plates in this volume. Oh, and it says that he published these in London during the years of 1827 through 1838. So you have just a very little bit of information down below of each bird. And you just have this gigantic photo. And I just, I'll put the price out there on this one. I paid $20 for it. And some people might think, well, that's expensive. But this is literally all this book is. I kid you not. Well, besides the glossary, but I kid you not, that's all this is. Just too pretty to pass up for $20. I would have really kicked myself in the butt for that if I would have just left without this book. Obviously, it's double-sided. You're going to have to pick what you want to use. And when I say want to use, obviously the picture. It's a beautiful book. A lot of the pictures, I seem to find them, they're going more of a landscape style. But then, obviously, you do get the portrait, But yeah, I couldn't pass this up. And I'm checking out more secondhand bookstores. And my plan is to take these books and to make paper packets and sell them. I don't know if I will ever be able to rip this one apart. But, that's the purpose of why I buy these books. And then I get into the fact of like hoarding them. And then my husband's like, well, what are you going to do with all these books? Like, so he's always, where are you going to put this book? Now what are you going to do with that? And it's like, don't you worry about it. I'll figure it out. Here is another good book. Flower Color Theory. I got this one off of Amazon. This one has 482 pages. The only thing that I don't like about this book, especially for junk journaling, is that all of the images are right down the middle of the page. There is no putting it off over here and something else over here. They're legit. All down the middle. I don't know why they did that. I don't, whatever. So, in my head, if I wanted to take this book apart and put it in a journal, it's going to look nice, but you're never going to have the spread like this out in your journal because this is on one page, this is on another. But on the side, what's nice is it gives you all of the colors, the different color combos that are within each picture. So if you kind of wanted to recreate something like that, I guess, I mean, it's a beautiful book. I don't know. I guess when I bought this, because this was one of my first flower books that I did buy, I didn't really think too much about it being in the middle. But I mean, if you were to put that in your journal and that's on one side of the page, I mean, it's beautiful. It just depends on what your preference is. Because you're never going to be able to tear this apart and just take this whole thing out and have this laid out as if this was the center of a junk journal. You're just going to see one half or the other. And then in the back, too, what's nice is